The narcissist's scapegoat. This can be a scapegoat child, it can be a scapegoat friend, a scapegoat work colleague. Whoever the narcissist is in your life, they will always find some form of scapegoat, because a narcissist is not going to be held accountable for their own behaviour. Before we start, a quick thank you to all the returning subscribers and your support. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw, and this channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, different ways to recover from narcissistic abuse, to find what works for you to move on with your life. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. So this video is going to be a quick video about the narcissist and their scapegoats. There is a longer video which I shall link up here and I'll add into the description. So what is a scapegoat? A scapegoat is a person within the narcissist's life that gets blamed for all the narcissist's wrongdoing, faults, flaws, weaknesses, mistakes, faults, anything that the narcissist doesn't like within themselves, or anything they don't want to be held accountable for. The narcissist will pass the blame over onto the scapegoat. The scapegoat is often the person who suffers the consequences for the narcissist's shame. So whatever a narcissist does that they don't want other people to perceive them in a bad light over, the narcissist will find a scapegoat to blame for the narcissist's behaviour. So if there's a mistake in the workplace, they will blame a work colleague. If they've done something in their family home, if they've overspent some money, they will blame the stress of raising the scapegoat child. If anything goes wrong within the partnership of a relationship, what was once that idealisation phase and that love bombing phase quickly turns to the devaluation and you become scapegoated. In the smear campaign, when a narcissist walks out on the family, they scapegoat the ex-partner to blame for why they walked out. They will not take any responsibility. The only thing they will do is play the victim or the hero to gain the support and the attention that they believe they're entitled to from other people. As a narcissist does have that sense of entitlement, so it's one rule for them and another rule for all others. If they do something they believe they're entitled to do and others might perceive that as bad, they will then find a scapegoat to shift the blame onto. The scapegoat is very often, especially within the family dynamics, the scapegoat is often the one that tells the truth, the one that wants to be honest, has a need to be honest, and often the narcissist can pick up on the fact that the scapegoat might unravel the narcissist's lies. So they often scapegoat the child to escape accountability. The truth tellers are often scapegoated because the truth sounds like hate to those that hate the truth. And narcissistic people, if it doesn't match their version of events, they don't like it. The scapegoat can also be someone that just does not conform to the narcissist's demands or the narcissist's way of living, someone that questions the narcissist's grandiosity or that belief within themselves that they are special. If someone questions the narcissist about that, or questions the narcissist's need for excessive attention, doesn't admire the narcissist, someone that doesn't conform to how the narcissist wants things to go, is often then scapegoated. The scapegoat can also be someone that the narcissist is envious of, that someone who's got something that the narcissist wants, but they're unable to manipulate that person as the narcissist would like to manipulate to meet a need of their own. Often why they'll go into the smear campaign to try and devalue and bring that person down, because the narcissist can't get their needs met through the scapegoat. The scapegoat can also be someone that the narcissist, where the scapegoat's beliefs don't match the narcissist's beliefs. So if the narcissist is all for football or sport and the scapegoat is all for musicals, then the narcissist will scapegoat that person because that person doesn't match the narcissist's ideal of what someone should be. So although narcissistic people do mirror people and take people's dreams to sell back to them, narcissists do also have an idea within themselves of things that they find acceptable and things that they don't find acceptable, and things that they might have liked to have achieved within their lives but not been able to. So if they wanted to be a singer and someone is very good at singing, they'll either be envious and scapegoat that person, or they will make that person the golden person to try and live their dreams through that person. Yet if the narcissist wanted to be a singer and somebody is into sport, the narcissist will often then scapegoat that person because that person isn't conforming to what the narcissist wants from them. Scapegoats are usually very empathetic people. They are usually very protective of other people. They usually want to raise people up and see people happy. They are usually justice seekers who want to speak the truth. Scapegoats can be very emotionally aware, which makes them also very emotionally reactive, which plays into the narcissist's hands, because the narcissist, with a scapegoat, scapegoats can be very strong-willed. So a narcissist can provoke that emotion within the scapegoat person to get that emotional reaction from the scapegoat that the narcissist can then use to twist and turn into the smear campaign against the scapegoat. Scapegoats, because they are truth seekers and truth tellers, are often also very aware of their own mistakes and often will blame themselves for their own mistakes. So when you've got a narcissist gaslighting you, telling you that the sky is green and the grass is blue, the truth seeker, the scapegoat, they might question, or someone might be colourblind, things like that, but they will often try to stick to the truth while seeing other people's perspectives. Whereas a narcissist will be telling the scapegoat that the scapegoat, when the scapegoat say no, the sky is blue, the grass is green, the narcissist will be belittling the scapegoat. They'll be telling them that they're wrong. They'll be criticising them in some way. They will be putting them down. They will make it so the scapegoat almost fears speaking the truth from the humiliation that a narcissist puts on the scapegoat, so that the scapegoat cannot speak the truth about the narcissist. A narcissist will invalidate the scapegoat through things like that. When a scapegoat is trying to tell the truth, a narcissist will invalidate the truth to crush the scapegoat's spirit, to crush the scapegoat's reality. They will criticise the scapegoat, so no matter what the scapegoat does, it will never be enough. The only time it will be enough, just to cause that little bit of confusion within a scapegoat, is if the golden person isn't conforming to the narcissist's demands, so the narcissist might fall back on the scapegoat, because a narcissist can switch roles depending on whether the scapegoat, the golden child, or the one that they're ignoring, it depends on which one is meeting a need and which is not. If they need to shame the golden child to conform, they will often buddy up with the scapegoat to try and get. And when that doesn't work, the scapegoat role is quickly put back into place. They will ignore the scapegoat, so the scapegoat doesn't feel validated, doesn't feel worthy. They will dismiss any of the scapegoat's ideas. So a narcissistic boss, if there's a bunch of work colleagues and one work colleague has an incredible idea, the narcissistic boss will completely dismiss that idea. And often a few months later or a few weeks later, the boss will come up with that idea and it'll be amazing, and the boss will want all the attention and admiration for it. while the scapegoat is left feeling misunderstood and misheard and questioning, surely someone else heard what I said, while the narcissistic boss takes all the credit for the scapegoat's ideas. The narcissist will provoke the emotions within the scapegoat to get that reaction, to play straight into the narcissist games so that they can further the fact that it's the scapegoat that's fault and not the narcissist themselves. The narcissist can isolate the scapegoat from any form of support. If they feel that the scapegoat might speak the truth and others might believe the scapegoat, or the scapegoat might abandon them because they almost need that punching bag, they need the scapegoat to take the blame and the shame, so they can isolate the scapegoat from a support system. And they can triangulate the scapegoat within the family dynamics. They can get the whole family ganging up against the scapegoat. In the workplace, they can get the whole workplace ganging up on the scapegoat. Within friendship groups, the scapegoat is the one that is taking all the blame for the narcissist's wrongdoings. Scapegoats are often sabotaged by a narcissist, as the scapegoats can often criticise a narcissist without meaning to, causing that narcissistic injury. I'll add the video up there for narcissistic injury in the description. When a narcissist perceives someone as going against them, against their rules, against their beliefs, they can take this as criticism, which causes that narcissistic injury. Or if in a family environment the scapegoat child speaks up and says, no, it didn't happen like this, it happened like that, it can cause that narcissistic injury, and you can get that narcissistic rage. So a narcissist will often sabotage the scapegoat. They will often gaslight the scapegoat into questioning their own reality, so that the scapegoat fears speaking up and begins to almost fawn to the narcissist behaviour. Whether you are the scapegoat, the golden child, the forgotten child, whatever dynamics it is within that relationship with a narcissist, it is a lose-lose situation. A narcissist is always seeking more. They have those characteristics of envy, entitlement, lack of empathy. And with those three things, you are never going to please a narcissist, because they are always going to want more. So even the golden person that's doing their best to stay on side and almost give the narcissist the adoration the narcissist requires, can still end up being put into that scapegoat role. A narcissist only sees good and bad. They mirror people, and they mirror the good out of those people to project back that good to those people, to be able to exploit them, to future fake, to idealise what that person would like and what the narcissist thinks they will like at that moment, because they see it as good. But the narcissist also projects their bad onto people, and when the narcissist sees that bad within themselves in others, because the narcissist has projected it over, because they only see the good and the bad, when they see the bad of the narcissist within the person they've projected it into, they can often then scapegoat that person. Why we can go through those intermittent idolization stages when the narcissist is mirroring who we are and projecting, if you can call it, their good. Everyone has some good within them, but narcissistic people with a lack of empathy can be dangerous, so don't ever use that as an excuse to try and help them. They have to be willing and able to help themselves. So when they're projecting either the bits of good within them or the bits of good within, well, the good within you, when they are projecting the good within you back to you, they see that good, they are living in that ideal, and as soon as things turn bad or not how the narcissist wants to go, they are going to project all that into you. So if the narcissist makes a mistake, they're going to project that mistake into you. They're then going to blame you, put you at fault, put all the blame at your door, and scapegoat you to escape accountability for the things they actually do. So with the idealization, they are projecting what the narcissist perceives to be good within them onto the golden person. And with the scapegoat, the narcissist is projecting anything that they don't want to feel shamed about onto the scapegoat person, which is why you can shift from that idealization to devaluation, to idealization to devaluation, to discard, to smear campaigns, and then when they see something good, back to the Hoover, back to the love bombing, the idealization, the devaluation, and the pattern keeps repeating until we break the pattern. We are the ones that have to break the cycle and break free. It's not easy, it is worth it, it is possible. It's just finding those steps to take and taking it one moment in time, taking one action at a time to break free. The scapegoat is often the first to break free from narcissistic abuse, and then scapegoats are just the bad seed of the family, but the scapegoat is usually the one that breaks free sooner because they seek the truth. Scapegoats often live in a world of confusion because they are constantly being invalidated. They're constantly being judged, constantly being criticised, constantly being gaslighted, constantly being lied to. Even when they speak the truth, if it's not the narcissist truth, they are humiliated. So with all that gaslighting, which is to drive someone into losing their reality and losing their sanity, a scapegoat child can often be very confused because they're almost more in tune as their instincts know that things aren't right, and because they are strong-willed, they know the truth, and it's not truth to go against other people or to be awkward, but they're often called awkward or stubborn, but it's because they are so strong-willed. They want to hold on to the truth, they want to hold on to the reality, and then they've constantly got the narcissist pushing and gaslighting the narcissist reality on them, as the scapegoat's often trying to pull back, to clear the head, to work out what is actually going on. They can also feel very unworthy because you've constantly been invalidated, devalued, belittled, humiliated, criticised, judged. So it does make you feel unworthy, and it also makes the scapegoat feel like they're unable to speak up for who they are in case they say it wrong, and begin to question their own truth, even though they know it is the truth, because they're also justice seekers, and because they are empathetic and they are willing to listen to other people's point of view. Even when the scapegoat knows it's their truth, if someone else is telling them that's not the truth, they can have those different perspectives, and they can try and work out, well, is it me? Is it them? I'm sure it's them, but it could be me. Again, taking all the blame, questioning who they are as a person, not the narcissist who's actually projecting all the blame and all the lies into the scapegoat. The scapegoat is emotionally abused, and as they are often blamed for anything wrong within life, they might turn around and apologise constantly for things they haven't done because they are protective of other people. So the slightest little thing, the scapegoat might be walking around, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, walking on eggshells, people pleasing. They can be strong-willed, but they can also want to people please because they want to raise other people up. They want other people to be happy. The golden person, the golden child also does this. But a scapegoat can also be like this. A scapegoat can also be the other way and not conform to other demands. It depends on the personality of the scapegoat and the kinds of narcissistic people they've been around. The scapegoat can often feel very, very misunderstood because they've never been understood. Whatever they've said or done has always been wrong in the narcissist's eyes. And things, because they've been blamed for things that aren't even their fault, things that they haven't even done, has been wrong and been blamed on them. The scapegoat can often have no sense of belonging, especially if they've had the entire family or the entire workplace turned against them. If you are a scapegoat, the best thing to do is stick to your truth. You are a scapegoat, which means you can see the truth. So listen to your own emotions. Keep those emotions, they're good. Listen to them. Listen to your instincts. Listen to the truth. Create those boundaries. If you are strong-willed, use that to help and support yourself so that you can be at your best to help and support the right people and move away from the wrong people. Those who want to sabotage you, those who want to shame you, are not the people you want to be around. And if anyone is a scapegoat and has any advice, please do add that into the comments, because you never know who's reading, that it might just help give that light bulb moment. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope everyone has a lovely day. Bye.